Oh, yes, I am Umar Muhammed, calypsonian disciple, transmitting from East Dry River, Laventille, Port of Spain, Trinidad, and Tobago. Today is the 26th day in the month of January. By the way, I must say to my wife, happy birthday. I hope you live to see as many as possible. Many more. Today is the 26th day in the month of January, Tuesday. And again, as I have been saying, everything in life has its value. Every letter has its value, regardless of what language you are speaking. Everything in life has its value, and the value is talking about a numerical value, the value according to numbers, the value according to quality, quantity, and that means the value according to vibration. And everything vibrates in a cycle. Molecules, neutrons, protons, and so on. Because life is made up of cycles. As some people would say spiritually, a wheel in a wheel, because a wheel goes around and round. And to each cycle is according to what the vibration of the object. So the vibration of this table here, or the vibration of this wooden table here, carries a cycle according to how much neutrons and molecules and so on and so on. And according to the amount of neutrons and molecules going on in a cycle or spinning wrong and a big cycle, a small cycle. That's the value of it. The quality, the quantity, the color, the tone, everything. They say what goes around comes around. So therefore, my people, we have to look for the quality in everything. We have to scientifically look for the quality in everything, spiritually and so on and so on. Because if we don't do that, we won't understand really what is life. Now, some people don't look for quality nor quantity scientifically and spiritually. They just look for it in a random way, haphazardly, and anyhow. They don't have an order in life. They don't orderly look for things. They disorderly look for things, and that is confusion. That is trouble. That is bacchanal. I mean, we all have the little bacchanal and everything in me because we are not perfect. But I'm speaking about people who directly do not look for order in life. They get up anyhow. They move anyhow. Anybody get in bed, blah, blah, mother this, mother that. Smoke a cigarette. So there is no order. And order leads you to quality, quantity. But the best order you can get is an orderly order, not a disorderly, but an order that goes according to the vibration of nature, to the vibration of creation, to the vibration of the Most High. So you're living your life in an orderly way. You order your life. You are in an order with your life. So you don't get up and do things anyhow. And so is creation. Creation was created in an order. The Muslim will say Islam. The Orisha people will say Ifa. And all religions have their symbols of order, of likeness, of dislikeness, because we all have different things that we know and some of us believe and so on. So it's not for me to say that your religion is devil. What after or what you wear there, right, that is devil. It is for me to look into whatever you're wearing to see if there's any Islam in it, to see if there's any Ifa or Orisha in it, to see if there's any righteousness in it, to see if there's any order in it. According to the Islamic book, to enjoin right and to forbid wrong, because in everything there's an order, there is good, there is bad, there is ugly. So even self, I'm wearing this, and probably you as a Muslim, you do that, I don't want to do that. No, this is an order. Because the material this is made from is vibrating, even though it looks dead. It has neutrons and protons and more. It is vibrating, and it vibrates in an order. That is why it is this. Gold vibrates in a different order than silver, vibrates in a different order than bronze, and so on and so on. So everything, even the stone and all, has this order within its vibration. But you have different forms of vibration. And some vibration go according to speed. Right? And according to the speed of vibration is where you can elevate yourself from one form to a next form. Because speed has a lot to do with vibration. The timing, the speed, the number of cycles, what goes around that comes around. And you know that each cycle that goes around moves from one form to the next form, or from one place to the next place. That is why we have wheels. The wheels take us from Laventille to Port of Spain, wherever we want to go. Right? Even though the jet or the what do you call it? A simple thing like that, I'm forgetting. But the rocket, even though the rocket goes up, you realize there must be cycles within the rocket, right, to cause that sort of reaction for it to go up. So this is why I'm speaking, and I'm going back. This morning I got up, and you know, as I said before, they say idleness is the devil's workshop. But my mind does not go idle really, and I say really because, you know, sometimes yes, a home and a little kicksy and thing, but everything, as I said, had its meaning, whether it's idleness, whether it is productiveness, whether it's constructiveness, everything has its meaning, but there's an order and a disorderly way. Okay. So remember, a few weeks ago or sometime last year, I came to you all with numbers, and I said that numbers really plays a very important part in our lives in all of creation. 7 days, 1 year, everything has its numerical value. So let's get into the action. This morning I was thinking about the past, the present, and the future. And I gone back numerically to doing something scientific or doing something experiment with myself, or with whatever words I come into contact with, or whatever words I feel to do to. So this morning, we're dealing with the past, the present, and the future. We're dealing with the past, the present, and the future. Okay, excuse me for that. So we're dealing with the past. So we go with the word past. The P is the 16th letter in the alphabet. The A is the first letter. The S is the 19th, and the T is the 20th letter in the alphabet. As I said before, each letter, according to what language, must have a value according to how you value it numerically. So the P, oh yes, I didn't put up. The P is the 16th letter. The A is the first letter. The S is the 19th, and the T is 20. Together, adding all of them up, we have 56, right? But as I usually say, when you get the, the sum of all the letters add up together, you go to the lowest number that can divide into that number without leaving a remainder. So we have 56, and the lowest number we could get, or the smallest number we could get, is 2. So 2 into 56, 28. 2 into 28, 14. 2 into 14, 7. Because we're going with 2 all the time until it cannot be done again, right? Now we get 7, and nothing cannot be done again, because 3 into 7, 2 into 7, it will all leave a remainder. So what we do, we add up our divisor, we add up the numbers that we divided with, right? Plus the last number we get, 2 into 7, 14, and we get 7, and 2 is 9. Look at it here, 7 and 2 is 9. From here, 7 and 2 is 9, and go up again, and 2 is 11, and 2 is 13. So we take the 7 and we plus it by 13, and we get 20, right? So here we are, we're dealing with the past, present, and future. So here we have 20. We had the 20 up here, as you see in the first instance. We had it here. This is the 20 here. Let's see. Oh God. Right. We had the 20 there. And then we come back and we get the 20 again. Now we have 19. We have 20. Because we already passed 19. So 19 whatever. And now we're in 20. Sorry. 20. So we come back to the 20 because we are at 20, 10, 20, 11, 12, 20. We can't do 20 now before any number. So we are in 2021 now. Okay? Right. Get that clear? Okay. So since we get since we have the 20, 16, 1, 19, and 20, PAST, pass, yes, and we are in the 20, we will stop dealing with the 20 because this is the present now. We'll stop dealing with the 20 and we'll deal with the numbers past, way past 20. We're going backwards. So 19, 1, 16, 1, and 19. Right? So we're going back now. Why we are going back? We are going way back because we're not dealing with 16, 20, or do it in the 16th century or whatever it is. So we're going to 16, 1, and 19. Now we know just before we had 20, we had 1984, 1985, and so on. So now that we just come from the past of 20 to 21, which we dealt with just now, now we'll go way back and see what happens. So we're going to add 16 to 1 to 19. Right. So here we add 16 to 1 to 19. And we get 36. Now we're going again to the lowest number that can be divided without leaving a remainder into 36. 2 into 36, 18. We're going again. 2 into 18, 9. We're going again. We can't get to this time, so we're taking the lowest. 3 into 9, 3. Right? So we get 3. So where do we go from here? We cannot do multi-division because we have already divided. So we have to look to go into addition and multiplication. We don't do subtraction because we are not subtracting, we are going forward. So here we have 3. Here we have 3 plus 2 plus the next two up here, that's 7. And we multiply 3 by 7 and we get 21. So therefore we have seen that the year 20 have led us into the year 2021. This is what we are into now, right? So let me go back. We have the 20 here. You see 20 appearing, 20 after 20 appearing both times, 2 times in this year. And we multiply 7 by 13, we plus 7 by 13 to get 20. Now, it is not by coincidence that we multiply 7 by 2 to get 21, because you still have the same number. 7 by 13, 7 by 3, right? So we get 21. Okay, 7 plus 13, 7 by 3 is 21. And I hope I'm not making a mistake here. Yes, you have 13 plus, in this one you have 13 plus 7 is 20, and in this one you have 7 plus 3 is 21. So it is not by coincidence that this almost the same number appears, right? 13 and 7 is 20, and that means you have 7 and 3 written at 13 and 7. And then it comes like if we didn't put the 1 with the 13, so we leave off the 1, and now we have 7 by 3 is 21. So that shows that the year 2020 automatically moves into the year 2021, right? So that is the past and the present year. Now we are dealing with the future. So we go to the word future, and the value of f is 6, the value of u is 21, the value of t is 20, the value of u is 21, the value of r is 18, the value of e is 5. Together we get 91. Since we get 91, what we are doing is to, you see, in future you have 21, 20, and 21 coming up. Again, 20 into 21. It is not by coincidence that in the word future you have 20, 21, 20, and 21 again coming up. And we have just dealt with 20 and 21. So we want to go into the future now. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off the 20 and the 21. We're going to leave them out, right? We're going to leave out the 20 and 21 because we have dealt with that from the past into the present, which is 20 and 21. Now we want to go in the future. So we will add the number 6, 18 and 5 that came up with the future. We leave out the 20 and 21 and we get 29. Well, that is it. 29 is the future, right? 29 is the future. Look at it good. Oh, let me know how to place this thing so you can see it properly. Yes, 29 is the future. 29 is the future. Why 29 is the future? Let's go again. I have already said that 9 is the highest number before you attain the first degree. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9, you have attained or you have achieved the first degree. So you put 1 which represents the first and the 0 after it. So therefore, you are vibrating on the first degree. The 0 represents the vibration. The 1 represents the highest number you have reached. And the 0 is a circle. Everything goes around the circle. What goes around comes around. Right? So if you want, you can, let me say something here. if you want, let me get my marker. You have, this is a number. You have the number 10 here, which is after the number 9. The 1 represents the first degree and the 0 represents the degree. Now, you can do that with this 1. You can put a semicircle to the 1 and you get 9, right? Because you have not attained, right, the degrees of the highest form. The spiritual degrees, the degrees of those from the outside. So you put a semicircle and you have 90. Okay? Since you have 90, if you had put a complete circle, look at it underneath, you will have 2 zeros, right? And if you had kept the 1 from on top, you will have had 100 degrees. But since you put a semicircle on the 1 and you get 90, it brings you back to it brings you back to 10. Look at it here. It brings you back to 10 into 90. And you're going back to the 10. I hope you see what I mean. It brings you back. You have 90 on top. You have 10 on top. You put a semicircle to the 10 and you get 90. Right? Now, when you get 90, you add a 0 to the 0 that you have here. And you add a 1 to it, you get 100 degrees. Right? That is 0, 0, 1. We're still dealing with 1 and 0. But we have 1 and 0 here twice. So we have elevated to 100 degrees, which is more than 10 degrees. It is 10. It is 10 degrees 10 times. So 10 into 90. 10. Right? No, sorry. 10 into 99. Sorry, my mistake. Ten into 99. See it here. 10 into 99. So you come back now to 90. Right? That is where you come back to 90. Right? And if you add a naught to the, if you take out the 1, if you didn't put the semicircle on the 9 to make it 9, and you add a naught, you'll get 100, and then 10 into 100 is 10. So you see where we come from. We went back to the 9, and then we still come back to the highest degree, which is to the first degree of the right, which is 1 and a 0. So I hope you understand. And I hope you know that numbers plays a very important part in our lives. Everything that we do, every single thing that we do is a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left, right, left, right. How many times we do it? How many cycles? That is why when you get into your car, after a while you look and see how many miles your car has gone, how many work it has done. Everything must be done. Every day we get up in life, my people, we have to check our cycles, where our cycles lead us to, how many cycles we have done. We are going through today, praise and thanks to the Most High, tomorrow, the next day. What have we achieved in those cycles, right? Was our vibration vibrating in a positive way or a negative way, in an orderly or disorderly way? Because everything was created to vibrate according to nature, according to the laws of nature. And sometimes We drink, we smoke, and we get on in a sort of a way. I mean, we all are human beings, yes. But at the same time, some of us don't have no link with nature. We don't have any link with nature. Our lives are not aligned with nature. Because nature has a feeling, a vibration. So you could kill a man and you don't feel nothing. You could lie and you don't feel nothing. You commit adultery, you don't feel sorry, you don't feel anything. Why? Because you're not linked up with nature. Nature links up with your consciousness, your nervous system, your pineal gland. And if these parts of your body are not linked up with nature, you wouldn't have the nervousness, you wouldn't have the consciousness, you wouldn't have the feeling in your pineal gland, because your pineal gland is plugged up to know that whatever you do, it is right or wrong. For that matter, when you do something wrong, you may think it's right. And when you do something right, you may think it's wrong. And that is why we have the music, the fashion and everything is not in alignment with nature. And now when I say not in alignment with nature, I mean to say it is not in alignment with a reason so that it can bring about peace, love, harmony, togetherness, or it can bring about a culture of elevation, of success amongst us. Right? So this is where the alignment should be. Anytime the alignment is in such a way so that it is not bringing progress, it is bringing destruction and whatever it is, that's it. What the person has to do, who is in alignment, is to see that when the destruction comes, that he or she protects his or herself from the destruction. And at the same time, if there is something to get out of it, you can get something out of it if you want to. Because sometimes in everything there's good, bad, and whatever, right? Like some people don't like carnival. They say carnival is demon, carnival is this. They go on the beach for carnival. Now I know some years ago some people went on the beach for carnival, and out of that posse, out of that group that went, I think 2 people drowned. So you have, when you're looking to run from something, you could be running into something that is worse than that something which you're running from. Why? Because you are not protecting yourself, you are not using preventive measures, and you are not looking into what you are running from so carefully, so that you will see the goodness in it, or you will see something in it that if you are running, you have to know where to run, how to run, and so on, the where, the how, the why, and so on. So this is life. So once again, thank you for listening, Calypsonian disciple. Thank you very much. I wish my wife a present happy birthday today, and I pray that she herself cycles the life and both of us cycles together, because again, one person come from a different cycle of life, next person come from a different cycle of life, and they try to have a wheel within a wheel with a relationship, and sometimes you have to be very careful. The wheel can bounce upon one another, they can be disputed with one another, and it is for both of us to try to bring it within a cycle that goes along, left and right. Like in a car, 2 wheels spinning and carrying the car somewhere, you have a wheel on the left, a wheel on the right. That's it. So let's have the wheel on the left and the wheel on the right, and pray that we reach our destiny with peace and love. Amen. Amona. Asher.